Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with the season finale. Thank God, honey. Woo! It's like a Christmas present. Merry Christmas of Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 5, episode 14. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Mel is at home getting an in-house massage, and while she's getting a massage, Stormy shows up. Stormy Weather. It's been a while. Hey, girl. So she sits on down here. They get right into it. Mel about her trip. And Mel said it was cool. The trip was fine. It was the stuff that came after the trip that wasn't that good. So Stormy was like, well, girl, what happened after the trip? And so Mel is telling her that, you know, Martell shared some of her personal business. And she was like, what personal business was it? Like, what did he share? She said, you know, that I had the beer virus. And, you know, people have had it. And some people have died. I was like, what? Like, the way she was explaining it to Stormy, I was like, girl, what are you saying right now? Like, I know she's trying to say, like, everybody had it, so why are you sharing that I had it? But I feel like, girl, what? I didn't like the way that it was explained and whatnot. So Stormy's standing there looking like, what? She said, and also, you know, it was some things that were said on Instagram. Plus, he accidentally called her Arion's name. And she was like, I had to tell him that's not me. But it didn't even bother me. See, this is why I can't stand Hotel. This is why I can't stand him. Because you know you did that on purpose. Okay, you've been with this woman for how many years? 4 kids. And you accidentally call her the other woman's name? Okay. She feels like he was being messy by telling the side chick of the year her medical information. And she says she's over him. Okay, she's over him and she feels like that he hasn't grown from his mistakes. This is what I want to say. No, Hotel has not grown. Neither one of you have. Both of you still have some growing and some healing to do. And the end of this episode showed that. Now, we can all sit here and pretend like, you know, one of them is perfect and the other is not. But both of them need to work on their maturity. Both of them. And that's coming from a person that's going through my own custody battle, honey, and get petty real quick, knowing I got some stuff to work on. I'm just saying both of them need to work on their things. So then Stormy asked about the Sheree thing, and Mel was like, girl, I don't know nothing about that, girl. I done did interviews with TMZ, the Shade Room, On Site, and everybody else. And they act like this the first woman that I've ever seen him with. They must have forgot that he was cheating on me with the side chick of the year and kept on doing it. So I don't give a damn. It's basically what she was saying. She was like, I really don't care. And as she was speaking, I was just thinking to myself, this is the most stressful conversation during a relaxing massage I have ever seen. I was like, I would have to ask Stormy to leave. Stormy, I'm starting to knot up. Okay, you keep asking me questions about Hotel. Then you brought She by Sheree in. It's giving knot. Honey, you're going to have to go. Moving forward. So Mel is like, you know, I don't have nothing bad to say about Sheree. This is what she said in her confessional. She's beautiful. I don't know her. You know, I have really nothing bad to say, but people wish that I did because people love drama. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. Y'all like drama. All of y'all. Y'all stay on social media. So y'all stay in the blogs for something. Every last person on this cast with the exception. Well, now, Kimmy has said something before too. It might have not been like everyone else, but everybody has said something. Okay. All of you have posted something that gives the people something to talk about. So I don't feel like we want you to say anything bad about Sheree. We want you to rise above all the drama. Shout out to Candy. We don't want the drama. So I don't know where that came from. So Stormy asked if Mel was going to his wine presentation, honey, because I don't know what else you could call it. And Mel is basically like, no, I don't want to be around him. I don't want to be around him. He messy. He running stuff back. And I don't blame her. I have to say that. I do not blame her. I would not want to be around Hotel. And not because of him telling her about the virus. That's not it. I wouldn't want to be around him because I just wouldn't want to be around him. And that's just point blank in the period. Moving forward. In the next scene, Hotel is setting up the wine presentation and whatnot. He was like, you know, things went kind of great in Atlanta and things of that nature. And Melnika was doing the Atlanta event. But in Huntsville, I know a lot of people. So, you know, my cousin's going to be coordinating the event. Nah, player. Melnika and her upside down belt pulled away for the sake of her marriage, and she ain't fooling me. As soon as y'all start saying she was sleeping with you, Melnika ain't been seen since. Okay, her and her Bob ain't been seen since. And I just find it funny. And all of a sudden you talking about because you know people in Huntsville. Sure, please. And you know people in Atlanta as well. Shout out to She by Sheree. So then Destiny and Chris Fletcher show up. And I was thinking to myself, is this who you know in Huntsville? Oh, child, I'm not about to play. Child, I'm not about to play. Destiny showed up in a cookout shorts. Chris Fletcher always showing up like he ready to show a house at any given moment. Child, this is just a fool. So she's like, I'm very proud of you, Martell, getting things done. And he was like, well, when you got positive people in your corner and I'm in such a great space. And so Destiny goes, oh, like your new boo? He said, no, I don't want to focus on it. Let's just focus on the day. Let's focus on my wine. I don't want to focus on anything else. So then Destiny was like, well, it's good you found you a person, somebody that you're interested in. And he was like, yeah, she's a nice lady. So then Destiny goes, well, how do you feel about this? Baby, not you having the live already pulled up. Not you saving it. Not you saving it to pull out. Destiny is so messy. That right there, this episode really enlightened me about a lot of things. Now, I've been seeing things one way, but this episode really opened my eyes to some things. And Destiny, you are messy. You are messy. And why did you even show him that? And I also feel like Destiny has a jealous spirit in her. She got a little jealous streak because she always manages to stir up mess at people's event. I'm thinking back to last season when she did the same thing at Mel's event. She wants to talk about a village in the middle of this girl's video release party. And then you bring this up before Martell has a big day. I'm starting to think you like to ruin things. That was my perspective of it. He could have seen that in his own time. And I'm sure he would have seen it because when one blog posted on Instagram, everybody posted. It's like they all work together or for each other. So he would have seen it. It just didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, okay, not only is it messy, it's kind of giving sabotage. Was it just me? Because I was looking at it like, this is giving very much sabotage. He's like, all the people that she's around, she ain't got no business saying nothing about my personal relationships. She ain't got no business speaking on mine. All the people she have around my kids, I haven't met one of them. And then he gonna say, but Sheree is a great woman, which is why I didn't have a problem, bringing my kids around her. So you don't have a problem doing what you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. But when Mel does it, it's a problem. Okay. Got it. And you're saying that Sheree is a great woman and it's okay that she was around the kids, but where is she now? And isn't this around the same time that you weren't even claiming her? I just want to put everything in order, honey, so I don't get nothing wrong. You wasn't claiming her, but you were filming, talking about she was a great woman. That's why you entertained her and introduced her to your children. Yet you have an attitude when Mel gets someone to sit with the kids so she can make a living for the children. Okay. So he's like, yeah, she don't even know that I've been in therapy for a year, but she doesn't know that because I don't talk to her about that. No, she doesn't know that because she doesn't talk to you. Now, listen, Mel might be a lot of things. And, perfect is not one of them. Okay. I just want to put that out there. But you have to cut a narcissist off cold turkey. Absolutely no communication. Child, I had to get 3 and 4 different phones. Okay. You will not contact me directly. Any phone that you call, honey, I may or may not walk past it. But my main line, yeah. My main line is for people I want to speak to. So she doesn't know you're in therapy because she probably doesn't talk to you, child. Boy, anyway. And who is this alleged therapist? Child, that's what I want to know. I probably ain't got one. Anywho, moving forward. So then Destiny was like, well, why didn't you tell her before she saw it on social media? It doesn't matter, Destiny. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he told her before or after. Okay, what matters is you don't take my kids around a woman that I don't know they're around. If it's good for the goose, then it's good for the gander. But as far as him, revealing to her that he's dating Sheree, they don't need to know who each other's dating unless it's getting serious. Okay. You don't need to know my business and I don't want to know yours. Okay. You were dating within the marriage. So who cares about Sheree? In the next scene, Tisha and Marceau, they're at home getting ready for the wine event. Well, Tisha's getting ready and she wants to match, honey, I guess, because she wants to make sure that they look like a couple. Child, Marceau gonna be across the room no matter what. He gonna be across the room no matter what. But I did peeped that you wore a red dress. Shout out to Kyra. Y'all remember when Kyra from Ready to Love was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she had on that red dress when they came down to Houston, and Tisha was like, who was that girl in the red dress? So baby, she wanted to make sure she was the girl in the red dress, and she ain't fooling me. So then they started talking about the event, because Tisha said, she hasn't seen the other people since the Madonna stand around Hasto party. She was like, I haven't seen them since the other event. So Marcel goes, well, I feel like it's gonna be cool. I feel like we're gonna have a good time. The women gonna get together and y'all gonna fuss and y'all gonna argue, because that's what y'all like to do. So Tisha was like, no, we're good right now. Like Destiny and Stormy, they made up. Everybody's all good. So she's like, I'm really proud of Martell for actually launching his wine. So Marcel goes, well, yeah, people been coming in black, trying to be messy, asking if we're going to carry his wine. And of course we are. Here you go, Tisha. Absolutely. Girl. So in the confessional, he was like, I don't feel like the champagne and the wine are in competition. You feel different things when you drink them. When you toast black, you toast the excellence. And when you wind down on Wednesday, you drink Inez. Baby, the shade of it all. Do y'all hear me? Woo, baby, it's giving shady boots. So then Marceau brings up Sheree, and Tisha's like, oh yeah, she did confirm it. She confirmed that they were dating. So Marceau said, Mel said in an interview that she was unbothered. But I feel like people that go around saying they're unbothered are really bothered. So Tisha said, well, Mel doesn't really say how she truly feels. Well, child, you would know, okay? Because you still ain't revealed how you felt when your mama pulled up with that picture of Marceau's back. Whose back is it, Tisha? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, child. Oh, honey. And so Marceau said, people think me being unbothered means that they're strong, but you can't just walk around always saying you're unbothered. Listen to me. I wouldn't let the world know I'm bothered by she and either. Absolutely not. Why y'all want her to be bothered? I don't understand that. Why would y'all want her to be bothered? I'm starting to think y'all really do want to see her upset. Because who gets mad that she's not upset? Why would you get mad at that? Granted, people that pretend everything is always no big deal are questionable, because it's like, girl, I know that bothered you, but it's okay. Because, we all get bothered. But I wish I would give Hotel the satisfaction of seeing me blink twice at his fly-by-night publicity stunt. Child, I wish I would. So Marceau is like, I feel like she was happy when he was just, kind of stagnant. When you see your ex is moving on, it's not good. And I think she felt good to see him leveling down, which would be the peasant. But to see him level up, that's a gut punch. What kind of man sits up there and compares women? And Sheree is a level up from the peasant, but her and Mel are equally as successful. Yes, Sheree is on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she did start that franchise with Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak Bierman. But outside of that Shopify store, how is Sheree a level up? I feel like, come on now, what are you talking about? That didn't make any sense to me. I didn't like that. Like, that to me was just unnecessary. And for everybody, don't y'all try to blame Tisha for this. This was all Marceau. He brought up Sheree. Roll the tapes back, because I know how people like to say, Tisha's so jealous of Mel. That's why she's saying about Sheree. She was sitting in front of her husband, who is as messy as hell. Marceau was doing the talking, and she was nodding and smiling, honey. She didn't even want to say too much, because she already know that y'all coming for her. So she didn't really say much. So I can't put this all on Tisha. It has Marceau written all over it. So it's the day of the wine event, and child, they let the uh-ohs film today. Hey, y'all. So all the ladies are standing there talking, all dressed up. And Tisha's like, well, I feel like Martell picked the perfect place for the party. It's beautiful. You can see the scenery. And child, this is another stand around party, honey. This time outside with a harp. But if you like it, I love it. Anywho, so Tiffany is like, well, I talked to Mel, because Destiny done rolled up, honey, her blonde wig sitting to the side. And Tiffany is like, girl, I talked to Mel, and she said that you invited her to come to your photo shoot. So y'all good? Y'all friends? Now, Tiffany, see, this is why you bug me. And you don't bug me because I'm on the bandwagon of you bugging everybody. You genuinely bug me because you know dang on well that Mel had already addressed that with you and Stormy. So why are you asking it yet again? So Destiny is like, yeah, we're agreeing to disagree. Tiffany goes, so are y'all friends again? She's like, we're agreeing to disagree. We're good. Here go Tisha. Y'all Gucci. Child, this whole conversation is cringe. Do y'all hear me? The whole conversation. So then Tiffany goes, well, I couldn't tell if you were faking at the peace party because, it was just so peaceful. Destiny said the only person that was bothering me and got on my nerves at that peace party was you. I would have given Tiff the same response because, girl, why are you bringing Mel up? But the people still swear it's only Tisha and Destiny that bring Mel up. Tiffany's messy as hell too. And she does this all the time. Every time she gets with somebody, she gets to bringing up Mel. They all do that. Over on the other side, Chris is checking in with Marceau, letting him know, dude, don't be putting me in your alibi. Child, don't be putting me in your stories. He was like, I really been getting a lot of heat about that Atlanta and you were with your friend. So Marceau is like, well, I mean, she came at me and I didn't really like how she came at me. So I said I was with a friend. Sir, please, you were in that car wiping her tears, leaning over to the left and lying. Anywho, you were lying while she was crying. And he said, I didn't think Chris had to cover for me. This is what he's saying in his confessional. But I mean, he could have just answered the question without the infliction in his voice and the up and the down. He said, granted, my answer built doubt as well, but I was just building suspense. Boy, this ain't no Nancy Drew novel. Building suspense. Marceau, you a lie and the truth ain't in you. Tisha know that was your back. And honey, I ain't gonna never forget it. Okay? She know that was your back. That's why she pulled up on you, dressed in all black like the Omen, ready to set it off. Okay? Giving very much Monica, kick down your doors and smack your chick. Baby, y'all play all day. This ain't no damn Nancy Drew novel. I'm not about to play with you, Marceau. So Chris was like, January 4th, I was in Atlanta with my wife and with you. So Marceau basically wanted Chris to lie for him. But Chris was like, look, I ain't with it. Okay, I was there with you and my wife. So don't try to just say I was there with you, trying to get you to mess around and cheat around with other people that ain't your wife, child. Don't do it. So Tisha is over there like, I wonder if Mel's coming. Why? You don't even like her, Tisha. Tisha, you right now asking about Mel is giving fake, it's giving foolish, it's giving messy because you don't like her. You just had a full-on fit when Marceau said that she was coming to Black. Granted, it was in the middle of y'all date night, but you said you don't like her. So if she already said you're her sworn enemy and you know that for a fact, why are you concerned with her coming? Because you're being messy. Stop it, Tisha. So Stormy was like, I want to know if Sheree's coming. That's what I want to know. Stormy ain't no fool, honey. Y'all see how she tried to switch the subject? So Martell was like, I mean, we just agreed for Sheree to sit this one out because people will be more focused on us dating than they are on the wine. Yeah, because we ain't focused on that, basically. So then Kimmy and Maurice arrive. When I tell y'all, Kimmy looked awesome. I know that's right, baby. Don't look like what you going through. Kimmy looked awesome. I said, girl, you better show up. So then Martell goes up there and starts speaking his speech. He's like, many people have asked why I decided to start a wine. I have tested the wine. Wait a minute. Even visited a wine shop. Wait a minute. No, we didn't ask you that, but carry on, honey. Even visited a wine shop. Wait a minute. I need to start over. Child, when he was reading that speech. Oh my goodness, sometimes I can be hell. When he was reading that speech, y'all, all I can say is let him use you. You know how they say it at church when they be rattling them papers in the Bible, when they be trying to turn that page in the Bible, trying to get to the next page. Let him use you. When I tell y'all I was in here hollering. At this point, Martell, just speak from the heart, honey, because you can't read from the paper. Child, just speak from the heart. So after he got himself together and got over the nerves of it all, he got it out and things of that nature. So then over on the other side, Kimmy and Maurice and Stormy and Destiny, they're off to the side. And Stormy brings up Kimmy having a vulnerable moment at her house. And she was like, you're always so strong. So it was kind of like crazy seeing you, get emotional. So Kimmy tells her that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And Stormy is getting very choked up and she goes over to hug her. But what I thought was strange is that Destiny was just sitting there. Like, it's like she has an emotional wall up. I don't know what's going on. I guess she didn't want to show too much emotion unless she already knew about it. Like, I don't know. It's like I saw her kind of wiping her eyes, but at the same time, she just was sitting. Like, she didn't reach out to, even Hotel got up and hugged her. Like, Destiny was really just sitting solid. I was like, child, what is going on? Outside, Marceau is taking the time to ask Jalen how he really feels about his mom having breast cancer. And Jalen said, he don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know how to process it. And Marceau said when his mom was diagnosed with cancer, he went to his office, he cried, and he closed up shop. And that's just what he did. And Jalen said, I just feel like if I break down, then I wouldn't be able to work at Black. Like, I don't know if I would be able to push through that. Back on the inside, Stormy is asking Kimmy if she knew what stage she was. And Kimmy kind of explains it to her. So Destiny said to her, listen, if you need anything, because I know you're not going to ask, if you need anything, I am here for you. And Kimmy was like, well, I mean, most of my friends always say that, but I'm just not the type to call people and ask for help. I'm the same exact way. I'm going to figure out how to do it by myself. It has to be a last resort for me to ask for help. But just like Marceau said, pretending like you're unbothered is not a strength. Not asking for help is not a strength. Reach out and ask for help. That's all I got to say on that. So Kimmy basically said, Maurice is her ride or die right now. He does everything with her. He tags along with her. He's her everything right now. They're like glued to the hip. So Jalen is still outside talking to Marceau. And he said before his mom met Maurice, he never saw his mom cry until the wedding day. They didn't show emotions in their house like that. So it was tough for him to see her cry. And I thought that was strange because I would think Kimmy would be more vulnerable with her son. But I don't know. I thought that was interesting that he said that. He said he saw her cry for the second time on the show. So it really hurts to see her so vulnerable and break down like that. And I really hate that for Jalen. And he's an only child, so there's really nobody to lean on. I just pray that he gets through it. Like, I'm happy Marceau actually checked in on him and asked him for real. He even asked me, said, "Are you scared?" That was the perfect question for him. Because, people be like, "Nah, I'm good. It's going to be fine." And he really wanted to know how he was. Marceau got some sense. It's like Marceau got sense, but then he don't got sense. And it's like sometimes you can like him, and then sometimes you can't like him. Oh, child, Marceau, you all right when you want to be all right, I guess. Moving forward. In the next scene, we back with the mess. Martell stops by Mel's house for what I am not sure. He's like, "Yeah, I stopped by to talk to Mel about the kids and, things of that nature and about people going up in the next grade." Sir, you could have called. You could have called, okay? You could have called and things of that nature. So Mel comes out the house. He's like, "Hey, Mel, you leaving?" She's like, "Yeah, here's your bag. The bag for the girls." He's like, "I didn't want no bag. I came to talk to you about certain things." Sir, those certain things can be discussed over the phone. Not you trying to find any old excuse to come to this woman's house, okay? After you let this heifer act up on his social media. You coming by to talk about your child going up a grade? What you gonna do, stop him? Like, what are you talking about? "I came to talk to you about the camp and her going up a grade." Okay, she's going up a grade. Congratulations. Oh, child, a narcissist. Oh, honey. So he gets mad because she won't let him in, child. She was like, "You outside with it today, okay? You ain't coming in here. You staying outside." That's just you trying to control two households. That's why you mad. You still feel entitled to her space. No, you're outside with it. And for people who are like, "Mel is being petty." No. Let me tell you something. You cannot let them in your space. First of all, he's trying to see what's going on in there. You don't need to come in and inspect my space. No, thank you. You don't need to know what's going on in here. Me and you, we are no longer. Yes, we share kids. I will bring them outside to you. Second of all, you will not transfer all your energy into my space. Because when a person comes in and y'all get to fussing and arguing and fighting and they leave, that's a transference of energy. I know y'all saw Two can play that game. Baby, you're not about to leave your energy in my house. No. Stand on the other side of this threshold and we can talk. Child, please. I ain't blame her. You need to stay outside, sir. The boundaries have been set. No, thank you. You're just trying to control what's going on over here. She don't have to let you in her house. You want to be nosy. She's like, "I've never invited him in my house, so I don't understand what's going on now." So then he walks away because he's pissed. So he throws a tantrum. He going to sit in his car. And so she comes outside waving his bag. "Martell, you want to get the bag?" Mel, that boy don't give a damn about that bag. You knew he wasn't coming for that bag. She be doing stuff to antagonize him as well. She ain't, no. I'm not going to fully put the blame on Martell because she does things that she knows is going to get under his skin. So he gets in a car, child, to call her on the phone. These two are talking on the phone 50 feet from each other, giving very much social distancing. Child, where y'all kids at? What's wrong with y'all? This is crazy and petty. So he pulls off, hangs up in her face and pulls off because she ain't saying what he want to hear, right? So he rolls back one time. He comes back, honey. He drives back. Shout out to Candace. Drives on back, talking about, "Yeah, I was mad about being outside, but then I remembered the kids, so I came back." So Martell tells her to come outside so they can talk. So he's like, "We've been cool. I mean, you've been in my house. You know I don't want you and you don't want me. We went to Destin. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's the deal?" Like, you don't know. So Mel starts her diatribe about, "Yes, we were in Destin, but you had me in drama and I haven't had to deal with drama in so long. Yeah, you apologized for it, but it was still drama and I've made like 50 steps of progress and it's still drama." So he doesn't want her to hold him accountable for his childish little friend. He's like, how you gonna hold me accountable for that? He said, yeah, I shared that she had the beer virus because me and her have a son and they're around our other kids. So, I mean, I had to share it with his mom, but she can't hold me accountable for the things she did and things of that nature. If I hear in things of that nature one more damn time, you should have named your wine in things of that nature. Child, instead of Inez. And Martell, shut up. Okay? You are accountable. And I'm just going to say why I think you are accountable. Because how did that woman know that you accidentally called Mel her name? I don't even think Mel is really mad about you sharing her medical information, as she likes to call it, child. I don't think she's mad about that. I think she's mad about the fact that you went back and told that woman that you accidentally called her name. You want to keep up mess. You like to see them kind of, it's not even like vying for your attention or vying for your affection, but you like to see that kind of drama. She said, yeah, I am holding you accountable. Just like I did in the marriage when you were sneaking off and you were calling her. I'm holding you accountable. She's like, the actions were from you. He said, the kids got quarantined 3 times with me because you back and forth to Atlanta. She's like, oh, no. And so they're going back and forth and back. She's like, and back to you don't want me. You was just begging me to take you back a few weeks ago. Mel, what does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this? One thing Mel gonna do, one thing she gonna do on this camera is she gonna let them other heifers know he want her back. Baby, she gonna let them know whatever he got going on, she gonna mess it up real quick. And that lets me know that you are not over it and you are not healed, honey. You are still in the same boat because you would not be sitting here entertaining anything that Martell has to say. So of course he denied it, talking about, why would I want you? You done screwed too many men. I know. Why would I want you? You done screwed too many men. I know for me to want you. And this is why I told y'all that I would never, ever take my foot off of Hotel's neck. He tries to make this woman seem like a hoe every time he talks about her. And everybody want to give him a pat on the back because he was being a little bit mature and destined. No. Hotel gets nothing from me. So the narcissist is upset because his supply is being cut off. When you cut off the supply, they get pissed. Okay? Now, do I think Martell is begging for Mel back? Yeah. I mean, but Mel, that's not a flex because that's what men do. They can have 3 and 4 and 5 women, but they're going to always come back to you. They're going to always come back around. That's any man. That's not just Hotel. I wouldn't even dignify him with a response. I wouldn't even care anything about him asking for me back. So that shows that you're still in that space. And that's okay. Because, you know, y'all been through a lot. But stop acting like you have taken leaps and bounds and y'all are talking about something totally different, which is quarantine. And all of a sudden you're like, and yeah, you talking about you don't want me, but you just asked for me back. Why does that matter? It doesn't. So she walks away. She's like, yeah, he likes to put batteries in people's backs. He likes drama. Both of y'all do. Because I wouldn't have even addressed him. After he drove away, don't give him no explanation. And that's just that on that. And that was the end of the season. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about the season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 5. Listen, y'all, I don't think that there will be an episode next week, but the reunion part 1 picks up on New Year's Eve. Now, who they think finna spend their New Year's Eve watching Love and Marriage Huntsville? Child, probably me, because I ain't got nothing else to do. Child, I ain't got time. Oh, honey, I will catch y'all on the reunion. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.